here we are, aboard the Derflinger. If you can believe it, the field exercise is actually about to start.
No, it won't. We have to spend 3 episodes on the train first.
Well, you're probably right. So my suspicion is that we are going to be going to this exercise camp just south of St. Arc.
We could be going to Dreknor Fortress.
Dreknor Fortress is a pretty excellent name. Doesn't it sound like it's out of He-Man?
Oh god, that's a reference.
Well, we don't know what we're going to be doing in the exercise, but Class 7 Special Operations is probably not called Special Operations because they're the city trash pickup squad. And I'm still curious, we're not actually going there to do something about whatever Ouroboros or Jaeger activity is going on. We're there to do training exercises.
Right?
The information is tightly controlled, and what little bit has been doled out to us seems to indicate they expect something's going to happen. Now, as for why that something is going to happen, whether that's due to intelligence, or the fact that if they plop a military training exercise somewhere that might draw somebody out, who the heck knows? So, let's be on our way to find out.
We are the Bittersweet Gamers!
Oh yeah, I'm the Opinionator!
And I'm We Squared!
Okay, got it. I can't hop out of the train while it's moving.
That's probably for the best.
I'm sort of surprised to see instruments like this, but I guess this is a military train and base of operations and such, but this is pretty modern, you know what I'm saying?
Well, every time I saw the bridge of one of the airships, it
yes, but there's a difference between the bridge of an airship and a train.
Yeah, but this is Erebonia.
What do you need all these instruments for? Oh, I see. This is where they scramble the communication signals. This state-of-the-art interface is really nice. Take that, Daymon! Oh, she seems well-versed in these things, but as has already been noted, her portrait has her with one of those headsets, so that means she's an operator.
Since this is the first big trip this train's been put through, it was decided that we'd handle operating it this time. But I can feel eyes boring through the back of my head.
I am the one who must control it. It has to be me.
I see. So this is one of those train fanboys I've been hearing about lately.
Claire, why dinna ye not cough up me train? It's me train, not your train. Oh. Can't believe I'm able to watch someone operate a train right up close like this. I want to do it too. Oh, I'm so glad to be alive. Oh, I've found meaning in me life. Ma, Dad, thanks for giving birth to me. Someone's happy, and that's an understatement, and kind of creepy, really. Oh man, this train is mental, which I'm given to understand is some type of compliment. Just look at these facilities, think about its performance. And then there's the touch, the smell, the vibrations. How is this beauty real?
Rean, could you please take him off the bridge before he has an aneurysm?
I'll get right on it. It just seems excessive.
You're excessive!
Yeah, you look busy as ever, Toa.
Well, yeah, a little. I have a feeling Class 9 is going to be in charge of setting up camp for the field exercises tomorrow.
That makes perfect sense. After all, accounting does seem like it's more of a logistical sort of group, and frankly, logistics are the most important part of any military.
So I thought it would be a good idea to start preparing now.
Well, sorry for saddling you with even more work than usual.
Oh, please. No, it's fine. I'm used to being busy after all. Besides, I'm sure you guys are going to be even busier than me.
Probably not, but ours might be a bit more dangerous.
You might need to jump into battle at any time, and you haven't even been told the details of what you're supposed to do.
Well, that's something I'm used to. But now that you mention it, I'd still rather know what we're supposed to be doing. It's just that I gave up on that years ago.
Well, the way Major Irving was talking, it seems like a pretty dangerous situation. Unlike some of the other regions, there's been very little info about the Jaeger Corps' movements here.
Well, the thing is Jaegers are totally legal in Erebonia. What are they doing that's a problem?
Well, it depends on what they're being hired to do.
Well, we don't know what that is. Oh, really?
The border with Liberl is right at the south after all. Since Jaeger Corps are completely prohibited over there, it's not easy for them to get into Erebonia from that direction.
I see, so it'd be difficult for them to operate in large squads. But if they're in small elite units, that could be trouble.
Yeah, we shouldn't take things lightly.
Jaegers in trails beat the crap out of you in high difficulty.
We need to lead our students and get through the day in one piece.
Yeah, I don't plan on losing to anyone. Good luck tomorrow, Toa.
You too. Get a good night's sleep and try not to overdo it tomorrow, okay?
Can do.
Try not to push yourself too hard, Rean. You should get to bed early tonight. On a completely unrelated note, wow! I never knew Louise had such a knack for communication equipment. This will be done in a jiffy thanks to her.
I guess Louise really isn't actually dippy or anything. It's just that she's
Glasses thing?
Yeah, she's just so defensive about talking to inanimate objects.
Don't mind me.
Eavesdrop, 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 eavesdrop.
Yes, everything is on schedule over here.
Glare, glare, listen, listen, glare, glare, listen, listen.
What about on your end?
Long-range communication using the Arcus, too. I remember hearing it's possible using the equipment in the Derflinger. Yeah, I remember that the range of these things has always been important. It's always come up in every game, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, apparently.
As technology advances.
I guess this is essentially like a mobile cell tower or something. Sounds like he's talking with the RMP. Listen, listen, listen. Glare, glare, glare.
I see. So that happened in the east.
What happened in the east?
All right, I'll talk this over with Major Rieveldt.
Dang it. Uh-huh. I see an event marker. Oh, I see. It's gonna be a stinking... Is this just gonna be like the...
Oh, this is nice.
Oh! What are assault points?
Assault points?
I was really worried we'd be inviting a student into the shower.
Yeah, me too. I was about to say, this is like the babiest, most talking during personal hygieniest thing that I've ever seen. Oh, Rean, are you patrolling the train? Yeah, something like that. I thought I'd talk to the students now since I had the chance. Is that so? You've grown up into a fine man. I'm sure Sarah would be proud. I've got nothing on Instructor Sarah. On a side note, has anybody else noticed that Rean always starts his sentences with ha-ha?
Not until you've pointed it out just now.
Sometimes my students will even scold me. Still, I'm relieved. I was concerned about how you were faring last year after the Northern War. The way they keep referring back to it makes me worried.
Yeah, what the heck happened?
Well, I haven't been doing much since then. Major Claire of the Railway Military Police, thank you for all your assistance back then. Oh no, not at all. It was you, Altina, and Sarah who did all the heavy lifting, so to speak. So Sarah was working with him. I wasn't sure.
Why? I guess to minimize casualties or something like that?
Well, we don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
But that means that the Bracer Guild
Was involved.
in an offensive operation?
There must have been something else going on that we just don't know because they're not telling us.
Why the heck would Sarah have anything to do with it?
Maybe Ouroboros was involved?
We were able to respond so swiftly thanks to Valimar and the Bracers guiding the citizens to safety. Excellent, thank you. But, that's just driving me crazy now.
It'll just be rattling around in your head all day.
Even if the Bracers were just sort of there to try and do damage control in the face of something they couldn't prevent, well, that still just seems weird, like it's sort of a tacit acceptance of an offensive war to capture territory.
Well, there's not much they could have done to oppose it.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but...
So the best thing they could do was make the damage as small as possible.
Maybe? But it ended up being a painful experience for both you and Sarah. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about this. As you know, it was the RMP who built the supply line for General Le Guin's army of Panzer Soldats. It was all for the Imperial government's... No, it was all to make His Excellency's wishes come true.
Well, that's something interesting for her to say, isn't it?
It is almost as if she has become dissatisfied with Osborne. Good! Good, Claire! Good! Come to the right side! There's something I've been wondering for a while now. Why does someone like you continue to work under him? How did you come to be an Ironblood? She's only mentioned like one thing about it in the past. The game has also really gone out of its way, the series has gone out of its way to kind of build up the relationship between her and Rean. Like a major part of the ending of Cold Steel 2 was Rean's snubbing of her.
Yeah, because you saw how much it bothered her.
Yeah, and I just wonder where they're going with that, although this is a really nice development. Because like I've always said, I've never had a problem with Claire, but since she's an Ironblood, I can't trust her. And so please decide to go away. And at the very least, why don't you just start leaking information over to us? That'd be really awesome. I know that her family is a manufacturer, like a well-known craftsman for musical instruments. Like they've got like the Rieveldt company is the biggest. I can't talk. I just am blathering and words are coming out, but they're not coming out in any sort of a sensible order. Her stinking family runs a big business that makes musical instruments. Oh my God, I'm just gonna shut up forever.
There, David.
It's the train. I blame everything on the trains. Well, I know a little bit about Milliam's circumstances. I'm sure Major Lecter, inscrutable as he is, and the Governor General, that is to say, Karl Regnitz, both have their reasons too. Regnitz, I understand.
Yeah, he's a big political ally for one.
Osborne is basically the vehicle to success for his political ideology. It only makes sense. I have some problems with this, but I understand what he gets out of it. But you, Claire, you seem like you're the odd one out to me. When you're doing RMP work, you're sincere and caring. I understand why Juna has opened up to you like she has, despite you being part of the very thing that she hates.
And even when her moniker's like the Icy Maiden.
She's never really been icy.
Yeah.
She's just cool and collected. When I think of all that, it seems even stranger. Why, Claire?
Osborne's a big doo-doo head.
I'm not as great a person as you think I am. In this huge world, I'm just one small person. I have nothing. If His Excellency hadn't taken me in, I would have disappeared entirely. What? She was aimless, perhaps, and the only person who gave her purpose was Osborne. Chancellor Gileath Osborne is my savior. He took me in 10 years ago after I had lost everything in an accident. It was also thanks to him that I found Thors Military Academy and the Railway Military Police, places where I belonged. My gratitude to him is not something I could ever hope to repay, even if I were to work my whole life. I'm sorry. I didn't know any of that. Don't worry about it. I don't think any of this will excuse my actions. Excuse her actions?
Yeah.
She's quite aware of... It's like her heart's not in it.
But she feels bound by obligation to Osborne.
Yeah. Rather, I believe I must face the things I've done for the future. I took part in claiming Crossbell and Northumbria for His Excellency. I must face those whose lives I have disrupted in doing so. Claire. But you don't need to feel that way too, Rean. You've been piloting your divine knight on behalf of the Imperial government for the past year, but I'm sure you've been thinking about how you should act as a member of Class 7 this whole time. Well, it's not quite as impressive as you make it sound. Come, let us have a self-deprecating humble off. But it's kind of embarrassing that you can see right through me like that. I guess I should have known I couldn't keep anything from the Icy Maiden. That title's starting to feel a little embarrassing. I am in the second half of my 20s now, after all, but Icy Nason or Icy Woman just doesn't have the same ring.
So you're objecting to the maiden part?
No, you haven't changed a bit, come on! Instructor Sarah might have changed a bit since she went back to being a bracer, but you're the same as you were when I first met you 2 years ago. Or rather...
Oh yeah? Rieveldt, are you here? There's something I need to confirm with you.
Major Irving.
Have I interrupted something?
Why is it that all of the scenes I have with Rean always kind of turn out like this? Oh, no, we were just having small talk. Well then, Major Claire, I'll excuse myself now. Please be sure to get plenty of rest tonight, Rean. Rean, I don't think you need to force yourself to figure out your relationship with him right now. I'm sure you'll eventually be able to come to terms with it all. So for now, I think you should just take your time and slowly organize your thoughts one by one.
You'll have the entirety of next game to resolve it.
Oh, there is a Cold Steel 4. Hey, thanks, Claire. That's really useful.
Stop being meta.
Come on! Thanks. That makes me feel a bit better.
I don't know what that was about, but you're certainly acting compassionate today.
As opposed to what?
Are you trying to replace Emil with him?
Get herself a little brother. I'm actually really embarrassed. I don't remember anything about her background. It just didn't stick.
But don't look at me.
I know there were bonding events with her, and I know there was some stuff that she talked about. This is mortifying! How can there be something in this that I don't have an encyclopedic memory of? And the worst part is, I can't easily go look it up. Because anything that I look at is going to be full of stuff from this game.
Oh,
if not,
you're right.
If not the next one.
Suffer.
Well, Michael's accusing her of trying to reacquire a little brother. There has been like this type of romantic tension, low-key, between Rean and Claire.
I'm reminded of the date at the bar she invited him on.
Yeah, well, that's when they met.
Was it? I guess you're right. I thought they'd already known each other.
Well, that was the first time they really talked in any case.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wants to just kind of write it off as, like, lol harem, which I do wish wasn't really here, but, you know, what sells, sells.
It's okay. I don't think it gets annoying in this game.
I thought I was going to be more annoyed by harem-y antics in the Crossbells. I wasn't. But it seemed more clearly a joke in the Crossbell games. Like, there was a lot of very blatant teasing.
I see.
Whereas Lloyd was actually pretty clear with his feelings when it came to this, but that was massively off topic. I just really do think it's interesting that they've taken several games to work on, that they've taken a very short amount of time per game for several games to work on the relationship between these two, and it makes me think that it's going somewhere.
Rean, Elisa, OTP, scrubs.
That's where I am. I think the only pairings that make sense are Rean and Elisa or Rean and Laura.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones who have kind of like
chemistry.
Unique special relationships and an obvious chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Toa, honestly. especially considering how much has happened here. And what are we talking about?
The important facts that matter.
You can't help but do it in these games. Like I said recently, I normally don't really care for shipping, but in Trails, it's actually fun.
Forget it. I was out of line bringing him up.
No, please remind me. Like I said, I'm mortified, I forgot. No, that's not my intention. So, what was it you needed to confirm with me?
It's about the information we'll be sending east.
Do you like how as soon as she went from personal mode to business mode, she like straightened up her posture and put her hand on her hip?
Oh, character note.
I feel like they talked about this, and I still forgot. I'm such a horrible person.
Daymon, it's okay. You can't remember everything.
Sandy, do you just find counters that serve food and gravitate to being behind them?
It's my purpose in life. Oh, Instructor Rean, please don't hesitate to ask if you'd like something to drink.
How about a steak?
That's not a drink.
Sure, thanks. And thank you for all your hard work, too. I get the sense that if you didn't volunteer for this every time and perform it skillfully, we'd all be a lot worse off.
Well, Freddy did want to volunteer.
Good job for not letting him do it. I am so proud of you as your teacher. That seems a little small, but how's the kitchen?
Oh, it's great. It's true that the space is limited, but because of that, everything is stored very efficiently, and I am very tiny.
Well, that doesn't make a difference.
So
She's not folding herself up and putting herself in a cabinet like some kind of chuck wagon or something.
I'm so happy that I get to put this place to good use.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, how about that steak?
I told you, that's not a drink.
Will Stark finally get characterization?
Probably not.
Or will he just be bland man? Like, look, I don't have a problem with him, but compared to every other student, I see no distinguishing characteristics of him. I'm sure he has them. Our exercises are really going to ramp up starting tomorrow, and I'm in charge of the supply team. No pressure, right?
But aren't you from a business family, Stark?
Yeah, he's like the second coming of Hugo, except he's not nearly as interesting as Hugo. Then again, Hugo had 2 games. Stark has had, like 5 scenes.
Besides, your grades are top tier. I think you're perfect for the position. I'm the one who should be worried. I was made head of the medical team. That's not very manly.
But in the medical training, your first aid skills were faster and more precise than anyone else's. Personally, I don't think I belong on the comms team. I can barely talk without stuttering, and was surprised genuinely that I've only stuttered this one time and so far. And on top of that, I'm supposed to be helping with the accounting and operating the Dareflinger. But didn't you help your father with managing his territory? And that aside, you're really good with numbers.
So that means we're all in the right positions after all. Huh.
I guess the faculty here knows us pretty well. We'd better! We spent all this time running around talking to y'all! Yeah, Instructor Toa sure is impressive. Instructor Toa is usually in charge of all the budgeting, so how did I end up the accountant?
Because she's gotta sleep sometime.
And not only that, how do you teach people accounting if you do it yourself? It's like a teacher saying, no, I can do your homework for you. Like, I'm sure you can, but this is way more responsibility than I deserve, but they're counting on me, so I guess I have no choice.
I'm the leader of the medical team. In other words, everyone's lives are in my hands. Can I really do this?
The supply team handles transporting goods, among other things. Their work is the backbone of logistics. It's a heavy load to bear, but I'll just have to stay calm and do things as best I can. Huh. I, see that you've set yourself up at the end of a bar with another one of those non-alcoholic drinks, Mr. Carbide.
What have I told ya? It's grape juice, eh? Well, well, if it ain't Instructor Schwarzer. Seems like you're pretty close with the Chancellor's best piece of arm candy.
Arm candy? She could kick your freaking butt, kid.
I know it's hot.
Well, maybe she couldn't, actually. I seem to remember that in battle she's pretty good. Like, she consumes too many CP.
She has some good crafts.
Yeah, and they cost too much. Hey, that is extremely disrespectful to Major Claire.
Whatever, man. She's the Icy Maiden. She's not about to get her feelings all hurt by something like that.
I swear, what's wrong with you?
By the way, Schwarzer, got any plans to ride that night doll of yours around? It'd be great to see it in action sometime.
Boy, you sound so sincere right now. I don't call Valimar unless I absolutely need to. He's not some sideshow. I won't call him in just to satisfy your curiosity.
I can juggle, though.
You can?
You never talk to me, or you know these things.
I'm so sorry! If you keep acting like this is all just fun and games, you're gonna end up getting hurt during field exercises. I don't know what your background is. I know you're pretty confident, but there are limits. You are a student.
Yeah. I'm just saying, things will be more fun if we get a little trouble.
You don't want things to be fun. You don't want there to be trouble.
But I'll be sure to stow my attitude or whatever. Oh, is the briefing over? What's the plan for tomorrow?
Got me.
The other classes got instructions, but not us.
About that, I actually wasn't told either. I'll be able to give you the details tomorrow morning, at the same time I find them out.
Ugh, you're useless.
I'm not the one who planned it this way.
Huh? Come on, you're our teacher. You need to get it together. It's just like what happened during the entrance ceremony.
If they don't tell me, I can't tell you!
I know, but you're the closest outlet for my anger.
Well, it seems like our exercises are gonna be a bit of a special case. I've got a few ideas as to what they might be, but... well, all of Class 7, including myself, will get a briefing tomorrow morning.
Fine. Instructor Claire was way more on top of things at the police academy.
Instructor Claire was told what her job entailed and had responsibilities. I seem to be just as much a member of Class 7 as you are. I've got no chance if you're comparing me to Major Claire. I am a little surprised, though. You respect her so much, even though she's Erebonian.
Like I told Kurt, it's not like I hate Erebonians or anything. She's the perfect commander, an incredibly skilled marksman. She's caring and sincere. Her hair is blue.
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
I like blue hair.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who saved me and gave me a chance.
A chance, huh? Sounds familiar.
I'm just saying, it's impossible not to respect her.
You don't think she's your savior, do you?
Unlike a certain someone I could name.
For goodness sake, she works directly under Chancellor Osborne. You'd think that you'd be a little irritated by that. Instead, you just take everything out on me.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I agree you can't avoid respecting her. She's helped me out more times than I can count since I met her back when I was a student.
Oh, well, that explains why you two seem so oddly close.
Why does everybody find it weird that I'm friends with Claire?
I might have to thoroughly interrogate you.
It's not like that! Ah! I'm nowhere near as good as Major Claire, but I promise to do the best I possibly can.
Well, you said it, not me.
Come on! I don't know what we'll be doing tomorrow, but make sure you get enough rest tonight.
I don't need you to tell me that. Stupid, blue-haired. You want to play some... you want to play some Vantage Masters?
Yes, I do want to play some Vantage Masters, and let me tell you, you little blue hair liker, I am gonna take all of your cards. They'll be mine. Excuse me, I got stuff to do.
So only Class 7's in the dark about their field exercises, huh? Can't say I'm not more than a little curious. Honestly, it's keeping me up at night.
I told you to get plenty of rest. Oh, sorry about that.
By the way, Do you know what Vantage Masters is, instructor?
Yes. Yeah, that new card game everyone's been getting into lately? Yes. I've only just started playing myself, though, but the AI is kind of poor, and since I have fairly high card quality compared to my opponents, I crush them.
Oh, so you do play? I just picked it up myself. This is perfect, actually. How about a match or 2 or 6 before I go to bed?
Don't think you can win, girl. Oh, I don't mind, but won't that just keep you awake longer?
Maybe, but it's probably best I get my mind off of tomorrow.
Well, you're right.
Besides, how could I pass up a chance to wipe the floor with my instructor? My sentiments exactly!
You shut up! I'll play you next! Well, I'm just a beginner too, but I don't think that's gonna make it easy for you. Alright, enough talk. Let's play.
Bring it on!
You cannot defeat my combination of fighter and Blix.
Blix defeats everything.
Yep. It's trees. You ever see any trees before, Valerie?
Is that some kind of crack about Northumbria? I heard that the railroads stretch all the way out to Northumbria now. Well, the ride's pretty smooth at least.
So we'll be in Sutherland by tomorrow morning, huh? You seem happy, Kurt. Have you been to Sutherland before? Oh, instructor. Yes, I have, though it was a while ago. I lived in Parm until I was about 10 years old. Oh, that's the little town on the southern edge of the province, right? If I remember right, it's famous for its cloth and dyes. That's right. When I lived there, they had a number of old-fashioned workshops all over town. A Vander School training hall, too. Oh, really? I didn't know your family had a training hall out there. Well, maybe we can stop by while we're in the area. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. More importantly, what will we be doing for our field exercises?
That's the million-dollar question.
Ah, I will fill all of you in on the details tomorrow morning.
Once I have them.
I can say that we'll definitely have some downtime we can use to go visit Parm. Think you can give us a tour of the place? Sure, I suppose I can. I just hope I'm actually able to get something out of this trip. Don't worry, I'm sure you will. He's always so brooding.
Well, you can't out-Rean.
Like he pushes himself so hard, you know?
It's clear that he feels pressured by the shadow of the Vander name.
He's probably the only person putting that pressure on himself.
But that doesn't mean it's not there.
I'm looking forward to seeing my old friends and acquaintances in Parm. I can't believe it's already been 7 years. I'll wager everyone's changed quite a bit by now.
Why, hello, Instructor Rean. Come on in.
I'll just leave your room.
This is a pretty sweet setup. Just look at the shower. Who knows? Maybe things will even get steamy in here.
Why are you looking at me like that? And I mean, I was concerned that I could shower with another student earlier.
I don't know. Why am I looking at you like...
For the love of Adios, please don't cause any trouble.
No promises. Wow, the Derflinger is really amazing. The cabin and lounge are both really nice. I can't think of a single complaint. That RMP major, with that pretty face of hers, and that luscious figure, she's playing dirty.
Oh, for goodness sake, why is everyone always so jealous of people I talk to? Try not to be too biased against Major Claire, okay? That goes for you too, Daymon, jeez.
Why, whatever makes you think I would. So, Instructor Rean, do you like older women?
You know, the difference between someone who's 20 and like 26 is, nothing. Age doesn't really matter. Oh wait, what are you trying to make me say?
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You know, Instructor Rean, it's only us in here right now. Just you and me.
Could you please stop this? I am your instructor.
Oh my, teasing you? Me? Why, I'd never.
So I notice.
When it comes to love, age doesn't matter. What a wonderful lesson, instructor.
That isn't what I meant, and you know it.
I know, but it's so much fun twisting your words around.
Ah!
Altina came in looking really down. I wonder if something happened.
Altina did, huh? Well, I don't know anything on that yet, but I'll talk to her. Thanks for keeping an eye out for her.
Oh, no, you don't have to thank me for that.
So, what do you do with that thing, anyway?
You hunt bugs! Or fish.
You know, I think fish makes a bit more sense.
St. Ark, I'll bet their highways are chock full of monsters with some nice meat on their bones. I'll have to make sure to sharpen up my spear and knives.
He's planning on going hunting and eating monsters, which is totally normal. It doesn't have to be, but everything you can cook that uses meat, you use monster parts, so...
Yeah, why you gotta make it weird?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
St. Ark, I can't wait. Just salivating at the mouth, as opposed to somewhere else.
Oh, Altina, I know it's terrible. You're not really any good at Soldat piloting, so you won't get one. Trust me, I'm crying too, on your behalf. I am not mocking you, I'm being dead serious. In fact, I'm starting to get really sad.
Daymon, knock it off.
Altina, what are you doing here? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that the Panzer Soldat training didn't go well. Are you talking about your piloting? For God's sake, how can they expect anyone to pick it up in 5 minutes? Might it have something to do with how you control Clown Soleus? Look, some people are good with Panzer Soldats and some aren't. Don't let it bother you too much. But Juna and Kurt got it right away. I feel powerless in a way. Just like with Milliam, she's really demonstrating like this horrible inferiority complex, which appears to be the theme of this game.
I hadn't even realized, but you're completely right.
Not really with Juna, but Kurt is like that. My God, Rean is like that. Claire was just like that. And everything Altina does is look sad and say she doesn't stack up to other people.
Ash has a giant chip on his shoulder because of something similar, I'm sure.
Presumably. Hey, Altina. Yes? Oh, never mind. Once we get back to campus, you can train to your heart's content. I'm sure you'll do fine once you've put in enough time. Not everyone picks things up instantly.
Maybe she's used to being able to do everything because she's an artificially created human.
Like, she doesn't have any... She has never actually had to train or learn to do something. She just has been doing it all with preloaded software.
Yeah,
She doesn't have all that much experience.
Yeah.
The thing she has the most experience at is fighting.
And following orders.
So she hasn't had a chance. Well, that's easy, especially for someone with her personality.
Yeah.
You just do what they say. Perhaps she doesn't know how to learn things. I see. Thank you. What are our plans for tomorrow? Oh, all of Class 7 will be summoned early in the morning. I'll tell you the details then. Just get a good night's rest. You don't know, do you? And of course, you can always talk to your classmates. Understood. I shall return to my room now, without speaking to any classmates. Good day. She seems frustrated. Just like when Milliam first came to school, she's starting to change. Not really in anything remotely resembling the same way, but...
Well, no, she's her own person.
Yeah, exactly. And she's kind of coming to grips with that. I'd say don't be too hard on Wayne, but Wayne wants you to be hard on him, so there you go. We'll be using the Draken and Hector for our field exercises this time around. Don't worry about the second Draken. That one's just for backup. You never know when you need an extra machine. Anyway, once we're there, I'll need the two of you to board and blah, 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 blah.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. The first mission at the campus to move the Panzer Soldats off the train.
Wayne, are you making fun of me with that blah, blah nonsense?
I would never dream. This should be easy. Why am I so nervous?
It seems like Wayne's the type to overthink things. I hope he doesn't let it mess him up. Ah, I feel you, bud. I feel you.
This is no big deal. This is no big deal. You can do it, Wayne.
He'll get comfortable and then he'll be fine.
Working with someone like Gustav is probably going to help him.
That's true, someone kind of easygoing who's not going to give him a hard time. It's not that Wayne has a stick inserted in a particular area, but...
He runs full tilt at the wall, face first.
Yes, he finds the wall and then runs into it over and over again. So he just needs to have someone who lets him be kind of tight until he gets himself sorted out. It's an honor to be able to get my hands on a Panzer Soldats so early in the field exercises. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, he's showing enthusiasm for giant robots.
I know, I approve. You like how my eyebrows are squares?
Yeah, kinda.
Actually, they're rectangles. A square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square. Did you like that?
You're the only square here, Gustav.
I guess you don't want to hang out with the others, huh? They're sort of like mannequins.
Well, once I'm in here, I can't exactly move.
How about you show me that juggling?
Are you done with your duties for today, Rean?
Yeah, all done for now. Sorry for keeping you cramped up here all the time.
No problem. What are we going to do tomorrow? As I said, do not worry about it. I've gotten accustomed to it during my travels with you.
Is that how you learned how to juggle? You just didn't have anything else to do? Well, hearing that makes me feel a little better. We'll arrive tomorrow morning, so it won't be too much longer.
Understood. I don't have muscles or nerves or anything that can cramp up, so it's fine.
What's wrong?
I felt a presence, a movement in the monocurrents, in the direction we're headed, far to the south.
Well, that would probably have something to do with why we're going there in the first place. A presence. Can you pinpoint it?
No, it's vanished. Was it simply a fluctuation in the septium veins? Perhaps I was mistaken. I shall keep an eye out for any further movement.
Yeah. Either way, let's both be on our guard moving forward. With any luck, I won't have any need to call you.
Agreed. But if you must, please do so without hesitation. I really would like to be in the game.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you're gonna be.
I will protect you and your colleagues, just as I have always done.
Thank you. I'm counting on you.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Oh, now you're learning how to sing, huh? You really do have a lot of free time.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a message from Dareflinger Car 1 for all Branch Campus students. We will arrive at the destination. Please be sure to get lots of rest so you're ready to wake up bright and early.
And stop cutting me off.
When will we arrive?
Bright and early.
5:10 in the morning. Man, I leaned and it hit my arm, and then my arm being connected to my hand meant that pressure was put on my hand, and my thumb being connected to my hand.
Excuses.
It's just as mortifying as not remembering Claire's backstory. God, why am I even alive?
For my amusement.
What? Hey, how's it going? Oh, Instructor Randolph. Are you headed to bed too? Yeah, I finished filling all the kiddos in about the plan tomorrow.
Must be nice.
But it's still pretty early for me. I'd rather go get a drink. Oh yeah, you even old enough to drink yet? Well, I thought I was 20, but I guess I won't be turning 20 until next month. I wasn't going to admit that to Ash, but... Oh yeah? Congrats! Well, I guess tomorrow's gonna be a busy day, so... Despite my intentions, since I can't have a drinking buddy, I'd better hit the sack sooner rather than later. Good night. Yeah, good night. At long last.
We've arrived.
Well, okay, I guess we haven't. Dude, you sleep in your glasses?
Animos flowers. I guess we've entered Sutherland. It's beautiful.
This is part of the Empire, too. Because it's so far south and away from all the fighting, things are peaceful here. Never been down here before. That huge castle over there belonged to the Imperial Army? That must be Dreknor Fortress.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's Dreknor Fortress.
Dreknor! Dreknor!
It's a base on par with Gorelia Fortress. The Provincial Army uses it as their headquarters. Oh, I see. Pretty crazy. Does look very old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so then that gray castle there is... Yeah, that's St. Arc, capital of the Sutherland province. I actually always like these. Like the train traveling scenes from Cold Steel 1.
The train transitions, or transitions, if you will.
If I must.
Arrival confirmed.
Heh.
Had to show up now of all times, huh?
Excellent.
This is Sylphide, commencing bracer activity.
Man, I'm really glad that she decided to become a bracer.
Me too.
I was really worried that she might go back to Zephyr.
That did kind of seem how like it might have turned out.
Yeah, I'm not criticizing her connection to them, but she wouldn't be happy over there at this point in her life.
They kind of didn't want her back either, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They were happy to see her where she was.
But this is the perfect sort of job for her.
I'm just glad she's wearing something, compared to Cold Steel 2, in which she was not wearing much at all. And when you really look at what she's wearing, doesn't that say something?
She is wearing about 4 times as many clothes.
Collaborators have been secured. But we might have even more? Looking forward to seeing what your helpers can do. See ya, Sarah.
So, what's going on with the Bracer Guild in Erebonia, then?
Who knows, but all I can really say is Osborne better not find out.
Well, considering that they seem to be helping with the Northern War in some capacity, he must be okay with it. Perhaps what he did, Osborne I mean, he made his power play, drew out his enemies, kind of drew out Ouroboros, took his win, annexed Crossbell, and ultimately Northumbria, and then after that decided to just sort of back off on everything. You know, like, I've extended myself in a couple of different directions. It's easy to start opposing me.
Yeah.
So I should make it hard to oppose me by offering political representation to, like, the annexed territories.
Make it so he's not so common an enemy that everyone gangs up on him.
Which is exactly what happened over the last 2 games. You know, there's a terrorist organization gunning for him. So he could very well be kind of pacifying the Bracer Guild to some extent.
Allowing them a degree of activity.
Yeah, like, I got the win, so I'm not gonna make you take any more losses until there's something else I need that you oppose me on.
Right, right.
So I'll let everybody kind of start to come back. Huh. Well, if he could act like that, one wonders why he needed to make those enemies in the first place. If it turns out that our special exercise is going to be working with the bracers...
That's awesome!
Well, like Fee said, more collaborators, but that means it's sort of in an official capacity. And that just seems really weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess we can just stop wherever, actually. That's kind of the point of it being a mobile base.
I know, it's really cool. Valerie did not look right with a hat. Freddy has achieved peace and tranquility by showing off his survival skills.
Grab the beetle. Arr, 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 arr.
He eats other things too, not just bugs.
You know, I really like this establishing scene.
Yeah. Well, it's also important for us to understand the scale and the scope of the unit we're running around with.
That's true.
Which, like I've said before, nothing like this has really ever happened in Trails.
And now for free time. Class 8, Combat Tactics, will perform combat training and mission exercises with Panzer Soldats.
Mission exercises?
Class 9, Military Finance, will perform support exercises such as communication drills, refueling, and rescue missions.
Right. As in, like, mission simulations. Not just mock battles repeatedly.
The 4 of you in Class 7, Special Operations, including Instructor Schwarzer, will have 2 main tasks. Grind for 7th and money.
Yes, sir! Gladly, sir!
Your first task will be a wide area patrol. You are to gather info on the surroundings while scouting for enemy forces.
You want us to do recon?
The second is local contribution. You will assist citizens in the area in order to improve local opinion regarding our field exercises.
The last time we talked about this, you poo-pooed the whole thing.
Yes, well, I'm not the one in charge here. Henceforth, these 2 tasks will be collectively referred to at the branch campus as Special Ops missions.
So what you're telling me is that Special Operations is going to go forth to do Special Ops missions like rescuing people's lost cats.
And repairing orbital lights.
Huh. How to put this? They seem like reasonable tasks for an army, and yet not. I guess I'm just gonna do the same thing for the rest of my life.
It's like a warm, comfortable blanket.
Changing orbital lights on the highways. Well, now I understand. Those are definitely tasks suited for Class 7. I think I even know who came up with them. I'm sure you're thinking of the correct person.
Though its numbers may be small, it's still a squad led by the Ashen Chevalier. Get out there and do some good work for the branch campus.
Yes, understood. I'm guessing we'll meet with the person in charge of the area first. You're quick on the uptake. That will make this easy. Marquess High Arms will be waiting in his mansion in St. Arc. Though it's still early in the morning, we can visit him at any time.
Yes, Patrick, or his father.
I'm very interested to talk to High Arms. Like, thinking about his participation in the Civil War. I guess Marquess High Arms and Marquess Ragnar actually came out of the whole thing okay.
Maybe because their involvement wasn't so major?
Well, I can't say that it wasn't. I mean, we're talking about 2 of the great houses.
Yeah.
That's why I want to find out. As far as I knew, he was always a big supporter of the Noble Alliance. The High Arms family, one of the 4 great houses and overseers of the Sutherland province. Though he's considered to be quite moderate, he's one of the most influential nobles in the Empire.
We're going to meet a bigwig like that from the get-go?
Well, I don't think he's gonna be too bad. You'd think that he'd be kind of positive on this group because of his son.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've met him before. There's no need to be so nervous. Oh yeah, that's right. It didn't happen on screen. But he did meet with the heads of the 4 great houses, and they kind of yelled at him.
Huh.
So we'll meet with the Marquess, and he'll give us any requests relating to our missions? Yeah, I guess this is just Cold Steel 1, Part 2.
Yes. Report the arrival of the branch campus to him and inform him our field exercises have begun. In order to perform our field exercises, we require approval from the one overseeing the region.
Understood.
I can't really keep up with all this.
Don't worry, you just have to follow orders.
But we're finally going to start our special ops missions. That much I understand.
Yes, at long last. After 3 weeks, at long last. I'm ready. Let's get started. So am I. Glad to see you guys are all fired up. All right, let's make sure we're all equipped. I don't know what that means. We have no resources or things to equip ourselves with, but okay. And head for St. Ark, fighting monsters along the highway, grinding for Sepith upturns. In order to get to St. Ark from here, you really do need to take the highway. Actually, I was planning to meet with the Marquess before I returned to base, so you can come along with me if you like.
Are you going in a car, or... Really? So you weren't planning to stick around at the camp then?
If that's the case, we'd love to join you. Good to be working with you, Major Rieveldt. Yes, you too, Altina. It's Kurt, right? A pleasure to meet you. Yes, likewise. The right arm of the Railway Military Police. She already knows everyone here besides me. There are a number of things that concern me, including our special ops missions. But in the name of the Vander family, I'll simply need to give it my all. Huh. You'll find a number of the students somewhere around the camp or in the cars.
Ah.
Oh, I got orbital mail on my Arcus too? Wow, I've sent messages on terminals before, but we're coming even closer to the modern world. I never imagined I'd be able to get them on the go like this.
Increase my size.
I don't think spam is hit yet. Oh, it's from Elise. It's a thank you message. I guess she liked my gift. Yes, and as soon as I have money, I will buy all the gifts. Let's take a look here. Unbalanced plus 30%. Line M delay plus 10, 50% KO.
Seems pretty good.
Seems good. And area L set freeze 100%. And her old support craft that cost way too many CP, even though it was super awesome, is more or less a brave order now. If it accelerates it, and it's a brave order, that means that anybody can use it on a turn.
Oh my god, you're right.
So you break them, and then you go perfect order, pow, brap.
Oh, it must cost like 5 or something.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be kind of ridiculous. Kaleido EX is essentially Scepter. So
excellent.
Extra Sepith. Of course, it's stuck on her. You can't mess with any of her stuff.
Just what we've been waiting for.
But I'm also very jealous that she has all her stinking slots open and even something equipped on them. 790 EP. It's like a well that will never run dry. Welp, I better enjoy having her around while I've got her. Pablo's in charge of weapons, and Kyrie medicine. All other goods fall under me. So if you need any supplies, just let one of the guys in military finance know. We should be able to get just about anything for you. Though you're gonna have to actually pay us out of your own pocket to requisition supplies. That's how it works, right? Well, don't worry about it too much. You can leave all the back-end support to us. We shall take your money. The name's Pablo, but you knew that already. Second in command to both the tech and supply teams. Wish I didn't have to keep reminding everyone, though. I feel like I kind of stand out a lot, and frankly, people not knowing who I am is a little strange. Anyway, give us a shout if you got any weapon or armor issues. I'll get you what you need now, bother. Oh, you guys heading out already?
Yeah, we need to get permission from whoever's in charge of the area to perform our field exercises.
Thanks for taking care of that. That way we don't have to. Turns out that without permission, we can't even train all the way out here. But that aside, that class of yours, special operations, huh? Four of you rolling out together, really takes me back.
Randy?
Sorry, just talking to myself. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, it'll be some good experience for Uni in any case.
Jeez, could you not call me that in front of everyone else?
He has always called younger girls by his strange pet names and never holds back a bit. It's too late to be embarrassed. What'd you do this time, Wayne?
Oh, what's wrong? Oh, you guys.
Wayne and I were taking the Panzer Soldats out. He was worried about it for some reason, and apparently a bee had gotten into the cockpit.
Oh, God!
When he tried to swat it away, he got stung like 400 times.
Adios, why me?
I'm, sorry to hear that. Man, there's a limit to how much bad luck one guy can have.
Oh. Like my father says, a soul is tempered by trials overcome.
You have a very hardly forged soul, Wayne. Wayne, why don't you go see the medical team if it bothers you that much? You're not allergic, are you?
So Class 7 calls sightseeing with some babe a field exercise, huh? I'm jealous of you guys.
Can you try to be at least a little less crass?
No! And how dare you call Major Claire some babe?
It's okay, Juna. It doesn't bother me.
Heh, glad to hear it, Major Babe. This is the South Sutherland Highway, yeah? What a hot, lousy place. Something about it rubs me the wrong way.
Huh? Is something wrong?
None of your business.
Huh, wonder what connection he has here.
Well, later. Try not to get eaten by monsters on the way.
I love you too, buddy. You're such a good guy. Why don't you go climb in the cockpit and see if that bee is still there?
Who do you think put it there?
I see.
Did someone mention a bee?
Don't eat the bees! Plants need them for reproduction!
Oh, hello, Juna. And everyone else, too. I guess your guys' field exercises are finally starting, huh? Yep, let's all give it our best. You're head of the cooking team, right, Sandy? Yes, I'm in charge of both preparing the food and managing the ingredients. But I'll also be helping out the supply and medical teams.
It seems military finance has quite a few different duties to perform.
Yeah, but given how short-handed the whole campus is, it's understandable. Oh, by the way, could I ask a little favor of you? If you find any nice fruit or vegetable seeds on your travels, could you bring them to me? I know it'll take a while, but I'd like to start filling out the garden back at the campus.
Man, that reminds me of the garden at Thors.
Uh-huh.
And how eventually it was actually a really nice place.
Haha, you got it, Sandy.
I'll keep an eye out. Oh, and are you helping with the cooking too, by any chance, Freddy? Please say no, please say no, please say no, please say no.
That's right! I'm gonna put my cooking club skills to work. But since I'm in combat tactics, I'll be on the front lines more, so I can only help out here and there.
Oh, thank God. Oh no. I've heard unfortunate rumors about Freddy's cooking.
Keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't put any weird stuff into the food.
Please.
Haha, got it. Hey, what are you guys whispering about?
Favorite recipes! What do you want me to bring you?
Well, if it isn't Instructor Rean.
I was just talking to you a second ago. You could have said this then?
I've been meaning to tell you, I got an invitation from Old Man Rod, you know, from Yo Suion. Looks like I'm part of the Fisherman's Guild too, just like you, Instructor.
Oh wow, really? Cool. I didn't know you were into fishing. Why would I have not thought that?
Well, technically I prefer using a harpoon.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
Anyway, Old Man Rod entrusted me with some of the merchandise from his shop. If you catch any fish you'd like to trade in, just bring them to me.
Oh, that'll be pretty convenient. Thanks, Freddy.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna run away screaming from you now.
They always do. This area really is a gold mine of ingredients. Fish, beasts, insects, wild plants. It's like a Mother Nature's very own silo.
Silo?
You know, like to store grain and stuff.
Oh, that actually makes more sense.
Not like a missile silo or something.
Well, I guess Sutherland does have more greenery than leaves.
You can't eat missiles.
Very, very good, Freddy. That's enough. I'm just glad that you missed your chance to make a pun about leaves and trees and greens.
Did he just say insects?
I do not believe those qualify as food, let alone ingredients.
Not with that attitude!
For goodness sake, basically everything that lives eats bugs. Right. Unlike us, Freddy's got the eyes of a hunter.
I took him myself.
Anything he can scavenge, he'll take it, and he'll eat it on the spot, raw and bloody! Kyrie could learn a lot from that. That being said, can you even gather ingredients during field exercises? Don't you have, like, work to do?
No, that's the problem.
You don't have any work to do?
Our itinerary's jam-packed. Plus, we've got those Panzer Soldats field exercises. I'm not gonna have too much free time. So, Instructor Rean, can I ask you for a little favor?
Let me guess, 5 monster wings or something?
Yep, you guys are gonna be here, there, and all over Sutherland for the next few days. Let me just cut to the chase. Can you guys gather some ingredients for me?
Well, I don't mind if it's not out of the way, but what exactly are you looking for?
Oh, right! I'm willing to bet there's a ton of bee larvae and plant bits to find around here. I heard someone mention bees earlier.
You want to do beekeeping? You understand you're not supposed to eat the bees, you're supposed to eat the honey.
Both of them are dropped by beasts.
Why would a beast carry around bee larvae? Oh, it doesn't matter.
So would you be able to collect 3 of each for me? It's your first fetch quest. What the heck are plant bits? Did he say bee larvae?
We'll find out, don't worry. Yes, I've heard they're actually edible and quite nutritious. Huh, I wonder what they taste like.
You'll find out.
I like how she actually was curious about that.
I don't even want to imagine it.
Huh, well, okay. All natural ingredients. In a way, this might actually end up being worthwhile in the long haul. All right, sure, we'll keep an eye out for them.
You really do get me, Instructor.
Don't laugh like that while you're staring at me. I am frightened.
You have my greatest thanks.
Got it. Fetch quest. Understood. I really don't like it when I see you two together.
I see Class 7 is finally up and about.
Oh, hello.
You two are going to be on the comms team, right?
Yes, but I don't know if I'll do all that well.
Well, for now, it seems like they're trying to determine the best assignment for each of us. But still, I'm a little bit sad. I would have much preferred being by your side, Instructor Rean.
Don't look at me like that! This is suspicious. Please do not joke around like that anymore. People are going to get the wrong idea. The instructor has it pretty hard. I suppose I do understand his pain.
Yeah, I guess you would. And the famous Major Claire is with you too? Being surrounded by such beautiful women all the time, you'll make a girl jealous, Instructor.
Huh?
I'm sensing killing intent.
You're a student in military finance, right? Have we...
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Huh.
That wasn't fishy or anything.
So they know each other, eh? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat for now. We all need to get ready and focus on the task ahead of us.
We know that already, Skirt Chaser.
Hey!
Please take care, everyone. I'll be looking forward to your success. Good luck. Major Rieveldt, don't overexert yourself.
Yes, understood.
Huh? Well, why does it feel like he's concerned?
Because he's actually somehow a nice guy? We're colleagues, after all. Yes, that's all there is to it.
Well, don't phrase it like that.
Uh-huh.
This is Sutherland, the nearest province in the Empire to Liberl. The southernmost town is Parm. Oh, but below that is, well, what is it, Tita? Well...
Hamel?
Ooh.
Or
yeah.
It used to be Hamel in any case.
Actually, I think the map I had was just a little old.
Yeah, because Hamel was on it. Don't forget, Osborne was the person
responsible for that.
Who orchestrated the massacre at Hamel.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Huh. Ended up being a rather important place.
Been a while since I've used something like this. My sweet LMG.
I mean, that thing is huge! Oh, right. You have combat experience, don't you, Leo?
Yeah, before I came here, I was part of an escort fleet.
Fleet?
What?
An escort fleet? They fight off pirates attacking merchant ships, right?
Yeah, we got disbanded.
And then you came to high school.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, isn't this like Fee?
Anyway, holding a weapon again really makes me feel focused again.
Yes, I agree.
Because Lord knows I'm not focused any other time.
I would very much prefer that she be focused when firing off a monster death gun like that. So, Sutherland. I believe this is the location of the last mission my father took part in before retiring from the Imperial Army. Well, I don't care about that drunkard. Doesn't it sound like... It's not like I know, but doesn't it sound like he was involved in the Hamill incident, then said, forget this, I hate my life, retired from the military, and then, like, having to keep that in ruined him and he became a drunk?
Maybe. That does make sense.
It's plausible, anyway.
Leonora and Maya are really fired up. I want to show off too, but I'm not really on the same level as them.
Huh, interesting.
Guess I gotta work hard and try not to hurt myself. Ah, the woman from the Railway Military Police, and Rean students as well. It would seem you are all heading out soon, but please keep an eye on Rean.
When you talk like that, you sound like you're my parent or something.
My Awakener has the unfortunate tendency to shoulder more burdens than he should need to bear. And so, I feel the need to check up on him to ensure he's still well.
I'll only be with him up until St. Art, but understood. So, this is Valimar. I had no idea it could speak so well.
I could juggle too.
What is it, Juna?
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, from the little bit of pictures we've seen, it looks like she was saved by Rean somehow during the annexation of Crossbell, and that's the reason that she just dislikes him and Valimar so much.
You seem to be doing well. That said, please be careful as you go about your duties.
Yeah, I'll be going now. It's also interesting that Juna doesn't seem to want to talk about this, but I like how Valimar remembered, and then didn't make a big deal of it.
Yeah, well, his people skills have really gone up. Well, she also probably has conflicting feelings because Rean was part of the invasion force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, highway full of monsters and I turn into money. Here we go. Boing, boing.
Ah, palms.
I bet they taste great.
I agree.
All right, looks like there's monsters roaming everywhere. Time to beat them up and eat them. I knew this road was familiar. You can get to Parm or St. Arc along this highway. I don't know why it took me until now to realize.
We're heading north for St. Arc first. Actually, why are there railway tracks going through here?
Why wouldn't there be? They were specially built for the RMP. We're allowing them to be used for the Academy's field exercises in the event the public railways are unavailable, of course. Ah, so it's a secret railway then. I've used it before for a collaborative mission outside of Erebonia. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When did this happen?
Right?
You collaborated with the RMP? When?
And the Major was part of it? What kind of missions did you do?
I realized she was sent undercover into the Noble Alliance, so it would have happened after that.
Yeah.
Well, many kinds. Altina. Ilium and Altina together are quite the combo. Poor Claire must have had her hands full. Oh yeah, I guess they did say they'd gone on a couple missions together. Whatever that means.
Lord only knows.
Well, this isn't a short walk, so let's start heading north. Watch out for any monsters on the way. Yes, instructor. Ah, it's so wonderful to see, Billy. All these red dots, full of resources for me to appropriate.
Smells like, well, wild animals, I suppose, but also sepith and money.
Mainly that. Come! Let us cut away for a while and go and roast a bunch of monsters, because who wants to see us running up and down a highway? We're not going to waste your time with this. We'll waste your time with other things, but not this.
It's very important to understand what to waste someone's time with and what not to waste someone's time with. So come along and don't follow us as we explore the Sutherland Highway.
In all seriousness,
Us?
we'll definitely show wanted monsters, like quest monsters, but like a bunch of random battles. Who wants to see that? It's fun to play, but you don't want to turn to YouTube to watch people grind for Sepith? Come on.
And if you do, maybe you need to reconsider your life choices.
Yeah, that's a you problem. All right, now that we have had a few minutes to ourselves, we have decided to do something about the horrible problem of not having any resources. So we fixed that. See that? 105,380 Mira.
It's not enough. It's never enough.
Because there is no financial problem in a Trails game that can't be solved by cooking 10,000 potato croquettes. No, seriously, it's just money. The whole point is to actually get a bunch of supplies.
Because you're gonna run through them on Nightmare.
And so that we'll no longer be faced with situations of the boss blasting us with awful status that we don't have some way of dealing with.
Which is another trail staple. Monkeys. That's all I'm gonna say. Those effing monkeys, and they're faint.
Yeah, faint monkey is bad, so now we'll be fine if we run into faint monkeys. Now perhaps you might say 105,000 plus all this stuff is excessive. Well, maybe so. What's your point? Look, since we're recording this game, it means that we don't actually get to play the game, so any chance that we have to actually play it a little bit is a chance we're gonna take.
Yeah!
And so, if getting an excessive amount of money is what it takes, well, so be it.
Plus, if we didn't do stuff like this, it would take even longer for videos to come out.
It might, actually. That is kind of a practical way to look at it. In any case, in the higher difficulties, you can never buy your way to victory.
No, you buy your way to survival.
If you want to, say, use a Mebius Master Quartz and have 80 of the most powerful food items, you don't get to just buy your way to 80 of the most powerful food items and spam them with Mebius. You have to earn those too. So, the real resource, of course, is Sepith. So we did fight some battles, but this still isn't enough Sepith.
Not a really good spot for grinding Sepith.
The enemies don't drop enough for us to actually grind it. However, most of this, of course, came from Rean's S-Craft on a Sepith upturn. So let's go spend it. It's not much, but it's something. I'll open one of Altina's because she's the person who needs the arts.
And everyone else is kind of out of luck.
Right. I will open one of Juna's because I can. And as for Kurt, I'd love to get another slot opened. I'm working on it. Last thing before we get to St. Arc, the latest issue of the Imperial Chronicle.
Oh boy, more politics.
Hey, I always look forward to the newspapers.
One of us has to.
Oh, come on, you like it too and you know it.
I know.
So, Prince Albert of Remiferia visited the capital of the Empire. Well, that's actually good. I was getting a little concerned that Osborne might try to swallow up Remiferia.
Well, this doesn't guarantee that he won't still try.
No, I doubt it. Remiferia has good relations with everyone, and as you see here, Emperor Eugent is actually a friend of his.
Ah!
However much of a figurehead or not the Emperor may be, when it's like a personal friend of every monarch, like Albert has really good relationships with everyone, probably because of this.
Yeah.
Like, let's foster getting along, and then no one will have anything against Remiferia. But he's also a really nice guy, so I'm really glad to see this. Not that Remiferia is really a focus of these games, but it's good to see that it's safe. I'm also sure that Albert's visit to Crossbell is going to be an interesting one. The last time he was in Crossbell, it was under completely different circumstances.
The trade conference?
Yeah, Prince Albert and Princess Claudia were essentially allying with Mayor Dietrich against Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith. The trade conference was Osborne and Rocksmith beating up Crossbell, while the other smaller powers of Liberal and Remiferia were trying to stick up for them. St. Ursula Hospital in Crossbell is like super advanced. They essentially went in like 25 years from primarily herbal medicine to like modern surgical techniques.
Well, the technological advancement of Zemuria has been pretty crazy altogether.
Oh yeah, super mega ultra rapid. It's fantastic. And Remiferia was providing a large amount of expertise to the hospital. And well, like this says, one Rhineford Group associate states, our company is happy to offer our techniques and manufacturing capabilities. It just does seem like Erebonia moved in and is exploiting every single thing they can. But spreading around modern medicine is hardly a bad thing.
Oh no.
I do not get this, why the Republic and the Empire keep fighting over the Nord Highlands. I'm not surprised, like we've found out some stuff earlier that the sort of Cold War between the two big powers has gotten more hot. The small-scale invasions are continuously cropping up. But the thing that gets me is I just have no idea why Calvard thinks they can claim the Nord Highlands.
Yeah, you look at Erebonia and Nord's history, and they're basically tight, you know?
Yeah.
Like, from the founding of Erebonia, Nord has always been on Erebonia's side.
Or at least from Dreikel's on.
Close enough, I feel.
It is important to Nord's cultural heritage that it has a close relationship with Erebonia.
Yeah.
It is important to Erebonians' cultural heritage that they have a relationship with Nord.
Right. Calvard just wants the horses. That's what it is.
In even a highly stratified and ossified culture like Erebonia, it is considered quite culturally proper for Highlanders to be in high positions in the military.
Right.
And the other thing that's interesting about Nord and Erebonia, I absolutely despise Erebonia's expansionism, but they leave Nord alone.
Yeah, Nord can do whatever the heck it wants.
With Erebonian protection. Like, they're not trying to swallow up Nord or take more control of Nord. They have their own connections going on and always have. I just can't imagine that anything is going to change that. And it just seems foolish to try and take Nord from Erebonia. As it stands, the only victims of this are the Nord Highlanders themselves.
Getting caught up in the fighting.
They don't want anything to do with this. And in the event that Calvard were to actually say, take over the Highlands, what do you think they would do? Like the Nord Highlanders. They stay out of everything. They don't really have any political or military power anyway.
They don't really want any.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, nor are they seeking any. But I think their position might change if Calvard took them over, because then it would be like a hostile occupation.
Exactly.
Whereas, like right now, and for hundreds of years, they've always had a good relationship with the Erebonian military that is there.
And if Osborne is who we suspect he might be, that even further cements the fact that he's not going to mess with them.
Why would he want to?
Yeah.
He actually feels like a personal obligation if Osborne is somehow the mysteriously immortal Dreikels. If. Also, while we've got her...
Suppressing targets. Mirror devices in place.
I mean, we're clearly not going to have Claire for very long.
Right.
May as well use her while she's around.
Orba laser, fire!
I like how she does have the same S-Draft.
Yeah. Something comfortable about
Mission
it.
complete. May you rest in peace.
I love the hair flip. No, comfortable is a really good word.
Battle complete. Let's proceed.
It's great to see all these people again, and it's great to see that some things haven't changed.
That's a really good way to put it. Ah, Saint Ark. Time to learn about this place.
Woohoo!
Hey, the world building's one of the best parts. The old capital, huh?
Wow, this place has such a nice atmosphere.
That makes sense. High Arms is known as a moderate, should just generally be kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money here too, as you can see.
Nice architecture.
But for a place that's supposed to be chalk white, everything here looks pretty gray.
What? What? This is close enough! Besides, if it's all white, then it'll just, like, reflect the light. And, like, it'll be this blinding, burning awfulness during the day.
Count your blessings.
In the Dark Ages, Heimdall was struck by a disaster. The Emperor at the time moved the citizens here and made it the new capital.
Okay, so Heimdall was originally the capital.
Yeah, see, I was thinking because this was the old capital, this was the capital first, and then Dreikel's made Heimdall the capital or something.
Dreikel's didn't found the Empire. The Empire was around for centuries before Dreikel's. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, once Dreikel's took over, he moved the capital to Heimdall.
But clearly not. In this case, it actually seems very, like, Imperial China, where the capital just kept moving around and kept moving back to certain places.
Back then, this place was a brilliant shade of white.
And then hundreds of years later, it's dulled.
You sure know a lot.
You know, weathering and such.
Because they've never built any infrastructure in centuries.
Of the 5 big cities in the Empire, this one has just as rich a history as Heimdall. Actually, since Heimdall has been rebuilt before, it may be safe to say this city takes first place for historical buildings.
Oh, wow.
I was not aware of all that.
It was not within her mission parameters.
Major?
Instructor Claire?
Maybe she's from here.
Is something wrong?
No. I was just thinking how long it's been since my duties last took me here. Marquess Higharm's mansion is located past the cathedral in the back of the Northwestern District.
Got it. We'll go there last.
First, we have to talk to everyone else.
Huh. The mansion itself of the ruler, the hereditary ruler, is actually behind the cathedral. I mean, again, we don't know anything about him, and he was part of the Noble Alliance. Not like he stayed out of it.
Right.
There's something kind of non-pretentious about it. I feel like I've been saying the word non-pretentious a lot.
Well, we're dealing with nobles, so...
Shouldn't it be pretentious, then?
No, you're remarking on the fact that people who should be pretentious aren't.
Well said! I am completely defeated!
I can guide you there.
We'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Stay in the party as long as possible.
Just moves us right here.
I suppose we'll have to explore the city after.
I was just thinking, this place does feel really welcoming.
Thank you all for coming.
Compared to Bereahart, which just felt bad every time you went there. I think that as far as the major cities go, Ruhr and... well, my initial impression is here are actually pretty nice. Like, in Ruhr, Marquess Ragnar largely stayed out of the way.
He just kind of let the people do their thing and only stepped in when he had to.
Well, at least in terms of the way the city developed.
Right.
He's a complicated guy, Ragnar.
I am Fernand Higharms, the one in charge of the Sutherland province's well-being.
I guess before this really gets going, I'll say that I'll say what I had to say about Marquess Ragnar. You know, he seems like he's a jerk, and he kind of is. But I thought it was really significant. Basically, everything that Angelica Ragnar ever did was, like, massively rebel against her kind of stuffy father. And they were always fighting and seemed to always hate each other. At least from the way that Angelica always talks about him.
Right.
But ultimately, during the October War, Angelica took everything in Ruhr really personally and kind of decided the whole affair with a duel with her dad.
Yeah.
And upon losing, her dad was like, all right, fine. And went ahead and not only accepted his loss, but just was like, and now we'll just pull back and wait. We're no longer involved in any of this.
Like, he respected the terms of the duel.
What that made me think of is that he respected his daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
That it wasn't so much that Angelica hated her dad, it's that they were kind of, like, fighting for accepting each other, like...
two strong wills that are having difficulty working together.
Yeah, extremely...
accepting the other.
Yeah, extremely bullheaded, extremely stubborn people who have to have things their way. And they actually fought it out and kind of came to a type of respect. And, I think it made Angelica and her constant rebellion look a little bit better, but I really think that it made Marquess Ragnar look better, because he was willing to accept his daughter, and that was possibly the only thing he was really all that concerned about.
Same with her, really.
That always made me think kind of highly of him compared to all the other really high-ranking nobles that we met. I mean,
Yeah.
Cayenne is awful,
Blah.
and Duke Alberea is horrible.
Oh, jeez.
Just as delusional as Cayenne, frankly. And so, compared to that, someone who's really more family-oriented, like Ragnar, even though we practically never got to see him, and he does act like a jerk.
Well, not everyone on the Noble Alliance necessarily was doing it for the same reasons, or had the exact same motivation.
Oh, don't bring this up, or I'll keep talking about it, my god! I'm just saying I appreciate the fact that Ragnar wasn't delusional and megalomaniacal.
Yeah.
All right, well, enough about people who aren't here. Fernand Higharms, huh?
It's good to see you again, Rean. It's been some time. I hear you've been taking care of my son, Patrick.
It's good to see you again, too.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of relationship I thought they'd have now. Not in the past, but now.
But about Patrick, it's quite the opposite. He's been a good friend and helped me out a number of times.
Join the party. Patrick, I mean.
Right, I assume that's what you meant.
I'm sure he would be honored to hear that.
But he needs to stay away from my sister.
Were you aware he's currently helping out in Ordis?
Actually, yes. He came with me when I first went to the branch campus. We caught up during the train ride. Oh, and it's good to see you too, Celestin.
Back to being a butler, at least at the actual Higharms household. You do remember him, right?
Yeah, he was there. I remember him being there and helping Patrick, yeah.
I remember fighting him, too.
Well, he is a butler in a Trails series, which means he's a badass warrior.
Indeed, Master Rean.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see him.
I returned to St. Arc last year, leaving Master Patrick at the school. But it seems he grew up wonderfully in my absence.
Like all the people who were at Thors before, it seems even someone like Celestin we're getting to see. And they're kind of being treated with some fanfare, and I like that.
Well, they should be.
Yeah.
I can't thank you and his other classmates enough, Master Rean.
Really, I didn't do much. Let me introduce the students of Class 7 Special Operations.
Well, I guess what Rean really did was sort of beat the bad attitude out of Patrick. But that's why Patrick was at Thors.
Right.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Juna Crawford.
I'm Kurt Vander. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Altina Orion. Nice to meet you.
Ah, so this is the new Class 7. I wasn't expecting to find a son of the Vander family here. I'm indebted to your father. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
There's something really soothing about Marquess Higharm's voice.
You could also take it as he's being a little overly friendly or overly schmoozy, but I don't know. From what we know, he is Mr. Smooths everything over. So he should be good at this type of mellifluous schmoozery.
Thank you for your kind words.
Reinforcing connections between families.
Yeah.
Now, Major Rieveldt. Would you mind if I saw to Rean's business here first?
And he's quite polite as well.
Not at all. I would actually like to hear the details myself. Would it be okay if I stayed and listened?
That's perfectly fine.
Marquess Higharms, we're here to report that we, the Thors Military Academy Branch Campus, have begun our field exercises in Sutherland.
It is really amazing to see that the results of the October War have actually kind of been wiped out. Like, there doesn't seem to be much ill will.
Yeah.
That's something I grudgingly have to give Osborne credit for.
Understood. I expect great things from you. The requests, if you would, Celestin.
Yes. Please, take this.
Crucial investigation report. Also, a list of cats to go rescue. Oh, this is a report regarding the many different sightings of suspicious monsters across the Sutherland province. Okay.
Excellent.
An investigation task?
Suspicious monsters?
Your Excellency, this is...
Over the past few days, there have been many reports of these monsters in the Sutherland province. The most frequent sightings have been in the vicinity of St. Arc and Parm to the southwest. I'd like you to look into these monsters and discover their true nature.
Their true nature? If the issue is crucial, I take it you don't think these are just any monsters.
Indeed.
Some blade cougars or something?
Yeah. According to the reports, they are monsters made of metallic pods.
Oh no! I don't think those are monsters. Are you certain about this? There's a possibility the person who saw it was simply mistaken. However, there are other reports that mention the sound of grinding gears.
We had the provincial army investigate these reports, but we've not yet been able to confirm them. Since the Civil War, the provincial armies have been downsized considerably.
That would be the natural consequences of losing, yes?
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, our investigation is not as thorough as it would otherwise be.
Are the provincial armies dwindling?
I don't really get any of that stuff, but we just need to find those weird monsters, right?
I don't really know how I feel about that.
It seems like these things are causing problems for a lot of people, so we gotta do something.
Yes, you're exactly right. Understood. We'll do this in addition to the other requests. Well, I was just thinking about English history.
Uh-huh.
I think it was under Henry the Seventh. I could be wrong about that. That the power of the magnates and the nobility in England and Wales, like they began to... Yeah, it was Henry the Seventh. Because he had the prohibition against, like, having too much retained staff.
Uh-huh.
It kind of broke the power of the nobility.
Which was the point, I assume?
Yeah, they were no longer all able to keep such private armies, I suppose.
I see.
See, as it stands, maybe not right now, but in Erebonia, as of the time of the first two Cold Steel games, it was actually more of a federation than an empire. Mm-hmm. Like, the different provinces were almost small kingdoms.
They were kind of autonomous.
Yeah, an enormous amount of political autonomy, and they even had, like, standing armies that were well-equipped and well-trained. And that seems to be dwindling, was the word that they used. I guess you can say it's also more centralizing Erebonia. That's certainly something that Osborne wants. Whether it's good or not, I'm not sure. Not going to worry about it yet.
I appreciate it. Class 7, Special Operations. I wish you good luck with your exercises in Sutherland.
I need to go talk with the Marquess now, so we'll be parting ways here.
Eavesdrop.
Well, I'll be polite. I won't mess with them. Maybe. Well, can I eavesdrop? Then I will. Regarding what we talked about, I'll let the RMP and the Intelligence Division know. I'll contact you if there's any more info. That'd be great, thanks. Ideally, we would like to have accurate information.
Huh?
What's going on here? I feel as though the adults in the room, who are not new characters in this series, seem to be operating with more information than we, mere brand new student characters, have.
Oh, Altina's not an adult, for what that's worth.
Well, she's operating with more information, too. Rean, Juna, Altina, and Kurt. Please be careful. I'll be praying for your field exercises to turn out well, and sorry that I can't kick all the monster butt with you because, oh my god, Frigid Rain is strong.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. We'll see you again soon.
It felt like there was a whole nother conversation going on there.
One I haven't filled you guys in on yet, though I suppose he probably better get to it. Actually, having archaisms wandering around is pretty excellent, because that's also means there's more of a chance to use Soldats. So what must we do besides investigate these beasts?
Smash them!
Well, that too, but he's saying what are the other requests? It seems we have a number of requests because, I mean, this is a Trails game. This is what I was expecting too. I may not have any experience, but it's not zero. Yeah, I'll explain how this will work. Look at this here, everyone. For the first day of the exercises, help the Archbishop replenish our stocks of healing supplies. Would you call that medicine?
I guess.
Rather than healing supplies, but okay. Get ingredients for cooking, okay. Highly important to send the military to catch fish. There's our cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. We lost a kitten. Do you like how we have constantly been making fun of the requests in terms of losing cats, and the first time we get an official set of requests, here's our lost cat. Prepare to die. Right, so we're basically doing supplies procurement. These are really mundane.
Huh.
Errands unrelated to military services.
Don't look so disappointed.
Why am I doing this then? Yeah, requests made by citizens and the cathedral. The ones marked required, we need to do for sure, but we're not stupid, so we're gonna do them all. Either way, we should still be sure to patrol St. Ark and check everything out, get to know the place. Finally, here are the details in the investigation report. The exact details are unknown, but the report contains sightings of monsters made of metallic parts and sounds like grinding gears. These monsters have been reported in 3 different places. Northwest of St. Ark,
east of Parm and south of Parm.
We can investigate the first location while we're here in St. Ark, then once we finish our other requests, we can move south to Parm. Then we can investigate the second and third locations while we do our requests there. That'll be how our first day will go.
That seems a little intense.
This is light.
The conviction with which you said that.
Our schedule will be most assuredly packed. All in all, how many tasks will we need to see to?
All of them!
Well, yes, basically. Forget what he's saying. I'm just here to supervise you guys, so talk it over amongst yourselves and decide if you want to do them or not.
And then we'll do them anyway, because I'm the teacher.
Well, you know. I see. So that's how these will be conducted. We're presented with the illusion of autonomy, but actually we're just going to do everything we're given. If the tasks aren't required, do we really need to do them?
Shut up, there's a kitty! Of course we do! These people
and cats!
These people need our help. We can't just ignore them. It's not even 8 a.m. yet, so we still have plenty of time.
Good job, Juna!
We should do as much as we can, right?
So, obviously I really like Altina, and she's been given a lot of time in this game so far. I like Juna way more than I was expecting.
Yeah, same here.
She's really distinct, even though she's archetypical, but all Trails characters are archetypes.
Yeah, they're all archetypes. But
they're good.
That's good. They're good archetypes, so we don't care.
Well, they're well executed. Poor Kurt hasn't been given much time yet.
Well, we've still got an entire game, and presumably another one with him.
Well, in Parm, he should probably have something to do.
Yeah.
I have no objections to that, but time isn't the only factor. We also need to consider our fatigue throughout the day. We shouldn't assume we'll have the energy to accomplish everything.
Oh, you're teenagers!
Naysayer, it'll be fine! I'm fine with either option. I'll let you two decide. Please do not involve me in making choices.
Hey, that's not allowed!
Please do not involve me in making choices! She's right. You need to tell us your opinion. Oh, nostalgia. Well, you all can keep discussing it as we go. Class 7 Special Operations will now begin its assigned tasks. Let's give it everything we've got and head back to camp at the end of the day with a good report.
Well, duh!
I planned to give my all regardless. Mission start. That sounds kind of like a video game. We've finally made it to St. Ark, and we've finally been cut loose to do the things that we are here to do, to explore the town, to learn about the place, and to talk to many, many, many people?
Can I help you, Chelsea?
That was weird timing.
What's going on with Rean's feet?
Okay, I guess we're gonna go to the doctor. Because poor Rean is in serious trouble. So let's start with that. We'll spare you the embarrassing personal medical details, of course.